offer a lot of different kinds of educational programs. Associate degrees, which is the 2-year degree. We have tremendous articulation programs with a lot of the 4 years, so that our students go in, they start at the community colleges, they're cared for by the faculty. They are really nurtured and loved and allowed to succeed and blossom. And then from there, they go on to the 4 years and they have their degree from there. And it could be CU or CSU, whatever, they are very successful. We have an extremely high success rate once they go to the 4-year college and finish and get their bachelor's. We also offer, at the beginning end of the spectrum, GEDs for those who have not finished high school and need to get their high school diploma. And we also offer a lot of certification kinds of programs, 2-year programs that we have created through with business and industry, where they have really thrown a lot of money, time, effort, machinery, manpower into creating programs so that together we are a collaborative team putting together educational certification programs where the kids really get an education and go out and get a real job when they're done, which is so exciting. We have a tremendous efficiency of scale with our community colleges. We have 13 colleges all over the state of Colorado, from Trinidad to Lamar, to Sterling, and Fort Morgan. Northwest, we've got Craig and Rangeley with Colorado Northwest Community College. We've got Front Range, which goes all the way from Fort Collins down to Brighton and Broomfield and Westminster. Of course, then we've got the ones that are right here in Metro Denver. We've got Red Rock Community College out west, Arapahoe Community College down south. We're here at one of the campuses for Community College of Aurora, and we have, of course, the CCD down on the Auraria campus. We've got Pikes Peak Community College in Colorado Springs, Pueblo Community College down in Pueblo. So we literally go out to all parts of the state. We work with business and industry no matter what part of the state it's in. It might be oil and gas down south or northwest. Out in the plains, we're working in a lot of the new high energy, clean energy companies with wind and solar and ethanol. And it's just exciting to watch this be such a win-win-win. For every tax dollar that you put in, there is a $7 return in economic growth for the state of Colorado. It is a huge bang for the buck for all of us. So kids win, students all win, the employers win, they get trained staff, trained employees, and then we as a state all win, and it actually ends up bringing in more state tax dollars for all of it. I could go on forever, but I'm not going to. I know you're sitting here going, oh, Barbara, shut up. Get the hook. I want to just introduce you to Nancy McCallin. She is has a PhD in economics. She knows and understands numbers and finances like nobody else in the world. And we are so thrilled that we were able to get her and come to our community college and really to steer the ship when we've been turning this all around. So I'm just going to turn over to Nancy and let her give us a few highlights.
Thank you so much, Barbara, and thank you for your, being a board member. I think they tell you, oh, it's, a couple-hour meetings a month. Not even close. The amount of commitment and volunteerism that you devote to community colleges is incredible. There are many times where a whole week, maybe a week and a half out of any month, Barbara is spent working on community colleges. So thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your dedication and your commitment. I'm going to be brief because the purpose of today is really to get a tour of these fabulous facilities that you're in. You're going to take a tour of 2 of our programs, and just bear in mind that for each of these programs you're seeing today, there are hundreds more programs as innovative, as exciting, and as relevant to the workforce that you're going to see today. You're going to tour the emergency paramedic training here, and I'm going to turn it over in a minute to Dr. Linda Bowman to discuss both of these programs, and you're also going to see the Film Institute, the Colorado Film Institute. As we have a preface, let me just talk about what we do in community colleges and what our mission is. We're the largest system of higher education in the state of Colorado. We educate more than 107,000 students each and every year, and an additional 11,000 students in specialized training programs. We have 5 core missions, where the first part of that mission is open access. In other words, we accept anybody who wants to have the opportunity for higher education to our doors. Again, we have 13 colleges. They're all open access colleges. And what does that mean exactly? What that means is we keep our tuition rates low. Although many of our counterparts have made up for significant drops in state funding, by just offsetting it with tuition, that hurts access if we significantly increase our tuition. So in order to preserve our access mission, we've kept our tuition increases relatively low. But access doesn't just mean that. What access also means is that we preserve a rural education and an urban education system throughout the state. If you were in the business of private education, you probably wouldn't keep open as many programs or as many colleges as we have. However, when you take a look at it, what you see is if we didn't have these colleges throughout the state, many people would not have any opportunity for higher education. And a survey of our students tells us that more than 80% of our students come to us because of our geographic location, because they can't afford to just pick up their lives and go to Boulder or go to Fort Collins and take classes for 4 years. They have families, they have jobs. In fact, the vast majority of our students are working. More than 80% of our students are working students. And they can't afford to travel 2 hours or an hour every day to courses. They need that geographic proximity. And in fact, without many of our colleges, you would not see the economic vitality of communities such as Lamar or Trinidad or Alamosa or Sterling. Those colleges play a vital role in economic development throughout the state. So one of our missions is open access. Rural, urban, and keeping our tuition rates low. Another is career and technical education. About a third of our students come to us for career and technical education. Our third mission is transfer. We transfer to the four-year schools. We have tremendous partnerships with schools like University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, Metropolitan State College of Denver, CSU, and many of our private entities as well. And we have one of our partners here in this room. Forgive me if I'm not noticing other partners who have come up to me, but we have a tremendous relationship with Regis, with DeVry, with several of the private counterparts throughout the state. We transfer each and every year about 5,000 students to public Colorado institutions, and those courses they take in their first 2 years at community colleges are the same quality, if not better quality, than they get in the four-year institutions at a lower price, and they transfer to the 4 years. In fact, our studies show that our students perform as well, if not better, than those counterparts that they have within the schools they transfer to, than those students who started as a freshman. In fact, at CCCS, University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, 1/4 of their students are students who started at our community colleges. Our fourth mission is basic skills. It's remediation. Altogether, too many students come to us unprepared, underprepared, and we need to remediate and provide them basic skills. More than 10% of our students each and every year come to us, or more than 10% of our population within our walls are here for remedial or basic skills needs. And our final core mission is workforce development. We train more than 90% of the first responders in unique facilities like this one here today. The one you're going to see